Have you ever seen a ghost? It's terrifying. I was haunted. I was pervaded upon by an unannounced spirit. She just breezed right in, right through the wall. All of a sudden, I hear this clatter. Right there, right up over my head. It sounded like a barrel full of rocks. It sounded like a barrel full of rocks. And then it starts thudding down the stairs. Do you know how hard it is to write with a thudding barrel? Just when I was hitting my stride. And then this giant wheel just bursts right into the room, all clattering noise. Then in breezed Catherine. Of course, I didn't know she was Catherine yet, but in came this woman dressed in the finest blue satin, regal sleeves draped in the most exquisite stitching. Girl was noble. In one hand, she held palm branches, and in the other, this frog sticker. So I did what any normal person would do when imposed upon by an uninvited spirit. I demanded to know who she was. Who are you? I'm Catherine of Alexandria, also known as Catherine of the Wheel. You don't say. And I am the great virgin martyr. Continue, please. I was of noble birth and highly educated. I studied Plato. Not Plato, you donkey! Plato! You know, great philosopher, tutor of Aristotle. At 14, I received a vision of the baby Jesus and his blessed mother, and I converted. And at 18, Emperor Maximus decided to persecute Christians, around 305 AD. You're ancient! Not the point, Tavish. Christians were being persecuted, so I went down to change his mind. He put 50 of his best philosophers against me. That's wretched unfair. I converted them. Needless to say, the emperor was less than pleased, and he ordered them executed. Burned. Alive. What a complete cow! You don't know the half of it. While I was in prison, over 200 people visited me, including the emperor's wife and a high-ranking official. Let me guess, he executed them too. Then he asked me to marry him. Well, what did you say? I told him my virginity was promised to Christ and to hit the bricks. What did he do? Well, he lost his temper, didn't he? Sentenced me to die on a breaking wheel. Do you all know what a breaking wheel is? First, it's a big wheel reserved for the worst criminals, and it has all these spikes on it, and it was roll over a person, slicing them to ribbons. And then their limbs were systematically threaded through the spokes, and well, they bound me to the great thing, and then my bonds loosened, and the wheel exploded. People were ducking and hiding. Some people got hit. You get the emperor? Oh no, he had me beheaded. I hate this guy. But good always triumphs, so here's my card. A friend of mine said you know what to do with it. And then she, just flourishes her hand, all regal like, and this silver light comes shimmering down. Apparently, she met the other guy. Mustache. That's it! That's all she said. Mustache. So old Tabs did some digging. And, turns out, there's not a whole lot of reliable sources still left in existence. So we must embark into the land of religion. Catherine? As legend has it, St. Catherine of Alexandria was a noble girl who converted at 14 after a vision of baby Jesus and the Blessed Mother. She went down to Emperor Maximus at 18, defeated 50 of his philosophers. She was also scourged, thrown in prison, starved. But the stories have it, when the guards came and visited her, this beautiful fragrance came out of the prison. Now, there are differing reports as to whether or not the emperor's wife actually converted. 3 different stories have 3 different names. But in all the stories, the emperor did ask Catherine to marry him. and sentenced to death on a breaking wheel. Creepo. The breaking wheel shattered, killing some of the guards. Ding, ding, dang. If you look up Catherine's firework today, it's named after her because of all the spinning sparks shooting out of the wheel. She was martyred, and some accounts have it that angels carried her body to Mount Sinai, where Emperor Justinian built a church and a monastery in her honor called St. Catherine's in 527 AD. It's still standing today. One of the oldest in the world. She became very popular during the Crusades in the Middle Ages, and she's named as one of the 14 holy helpers of the Catholic Church, along with St. Margaret, St. Barbara, St. Blaise, and 10 others. And they were prayed to collectively because of their powerful intercession during the bubonic plague. Literally Black Death. Seems appropriate. She's the patron saint of young women, philosophers, and scholars. Girl had a big brain. And apparently anyone that had anything to do with a wheel. Potters, wheelwrights, mechanics. So if any of this is ring-a-ding-dinging, start praying. She was one of the heavenly voices Joan of Arc heard, along with St. Margaret. Her symbols are the palm branch of martyrdom, the sword, because, and the breaking wheel, obvious reasons. Her hair was long and red because it symbolized her virginity, and she was always dressed to the nines. Girl might have been a princess. Her feast day is November 25th. She's venerated as one of the great virgin saints, and legends or not, she was canonized a saint. Miracles had been appropriated to her. Girl's a beast. I mean, can you imagine going up to the emperor who was persecuting Christians and debating 50 of his best philosophers and winning? At 18? Girl's a warrior. Absolutely fearless. Point is, we should probably ask her to start interceding for us. We could use some of that tenacity. Why do you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Because we're about to get smacked. Catherine?